Wave 31 Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle with 31 Triple Doppler.
Well, Jeff, you have been telling us all week that this rain is coming, and I'm just thinking about the little kids who are going to be at the bus stop when this moves in.
That may, actually be one of the bigger impacts. I know there's concern. Is this going to be a big severe weather outbreak for us? No, it's not. Is this going to be a major flooding event for us? No, it's not. But you still want to use some caution. There's going to be heavy rainfall, which you know what that does on the roadways, particularly when you are driving on them. So just use some common sense. The rain starts coming down hard. Ease up off the accelerator just a little bit. Grab the umbrella as well, and we'll be keeping an eye on things also, just in case any storm decides to get rowdy here in the next day or so. Let's talk about it. This system coming on in is going to be a big rain producer. I think to say it's going to rain is a bit of an understatement. Now, as we take into tonight, we won't see rain until late. So if you have evening plans, you're going to be just fine. As we take you past midnight tonight, and especially just before sunrise tomorrow, we're expecting the first round of rain and storms to come through. We're going to be wet on your Friday, not an all-day rain. Especially the morning hours look soggy, but we may get a break in the afternoon. And then there's going to be another push of widespread rain and storms that comes in Friday night. That's likely when it's going to be at its peak. We head into Saturday morning, starting to trail off the rain chances, but there will still be some wet weather around during the morning hours on Saturday, so kind of plan accordingly for the weekend. All right, let's talk about the severe weather threat. And we've been talking about this the last few days, and it just doesn't look like it's going to be a significant setup in our area. Northern Mississippi into North Alabama, we'll say a very, very low risk. I won't say it's zero, but at the same time, I'm not concerned that it's going to be anything of significance. Better chance for severe weather, central Mississippi, back into parts of Louisiana as we take you through your Friday night, and into early Saturday. So we'll keep an eye on it for you, but again, not expecting things to get out of hand. These would be the storm threats, perhaps some gusty wind up to 50 miles per hour, but the threat for that relatively low, certainly would not be widespread. We can count on the heavy rain. Some localized flooding, perhaps, but not a widespread concern. Poor drainage areas, small streams and creeks, yes, absolutely. We could have some flooding around those, but we're not expecting widespread problems with that. And the tornado potential, again, I won't say it's zero. There's going to be a lot of spin available in the atmosphere, but we just may not have a strong enough thunderstorm to tap into that. So the chance that that would happen, not zero, but looks like it's very, very low. Here's a look at the potential rainfall in general, 1 to 3 inches across the area. Don't necessarily focus on the individual point totals. This is model data, but it's giving us a general idea as to what will pick up here across North Alabama before it's all said and done. And for the most part, if we get 1 to 2 inches of rainfall, it's going to be difficult to get flooding out of that. So if we keep it in that range, we're going to be just fine. Nothing right now on 31 Triple Doppler. Again, this evening, most of tonight, fine. And then here we go tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. It is starting. The first wave of rain and storms will be with us through the morning hours tomorrow. After lunchtime, there may be a little bit of a lull, but again, that's temporary. Later tomorrow evening, 11 o'clock, here we go, starting to pick the rain and storm activity back up through North Alabama. I don't think anyone will be spared through the late night hours Friday night, and even into Saturday morning, 7 a.m. Still looking like we'll have some wet weather out there, but it is going to wind down through the first part of the day Saturday, and I expect a drying trend Saturday afternoon. That will continue into Sunday. The trade-off, though, is that it is going to turn colder for the end of the weekend. And of course, you can track the wet weather on the Wave 31 Storm Tracker weather app. Again, we expect widespread rain and storms during the morning hours, and then becoming a little more showery, or even a break into tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures, for the most part, will kind of sit here mid and upper 60s throughout much of the day on Friday. Here's your breakdown of your Wave 31 Storm Tracker 10-day. Again, we head through Friday night, Saturday morning. It'll be over after that. Saturday afternoon, 64 for the high. Enjoy it. We may not see that number again for a while. We are turning chillier Sunday, only 43 for the high, but a quiet wrap up to the weekend. Next week, right now, looks seasonably cool. Most of the days in the 40s and 50s for highs, and those morning lows primarily in the 20s and 30s.